So a cowboy, a rabbi, and one of those gays walks into a bar. And I'll tell you later. Hi, YouTube. Tubers and tubettes. It's the old dog Paul coming at you. The green screen is working great, don't you think? I'm sitting on my living room sofa, as usual. It looks like I'm in some tropical place called Twin Lakes here in Negros Oriental. It's the green screen. Anyway, I am at Twin Lakes. I'm in the coffee shop that's here at Twin Lakes. May and Steve's companion, they all went for a little walk down there to see the Twin Lakes. Twin Lakes being two lakes. And you have to walk down a really steep hill to go look and see a body of water. And then you got to walk all the way back up the slippery, nasty hill after looking at a body of water. I did that last year and decided I'd pass on it this year. I'd rather talk to you folks. Today is a big day. Today is, I live in the future, but tomorrow will be my father's 95th birthday. So rock on, Dick McKill. My dad still, at the age of 95, goes to Canada once a year and goes fishing. He still works full-time. He has a real estate business in La Quinta, California. And he refuses to hang out with old people because they bore him. So this is a big shout out to my father. Happy 95th birthday. And when I turn 95, I fully intend to go fishing with my dad up in Canada 30 years from now. I think that'd be great. Anyway, we came up here to Twin Lakes just to kind of hang out a little bit. We've got our friend, May and I have our friend Steve with his companion. And Steve's a friend and a subscriber. I met him a few months ago. He bugged out of town, then he came back. And so we decided to come out. I've kind of been showing him around a little bit. And we've been enjoying Steve's company a bunch. And so this was our excursion today. It's also, let's see, today is Saturday. So it has been Thursday, Friday. This is the third day, excuse me, that someone reported that there was a coronavirus outbreak here in Dumaguete. And May and I really lucked out because I get paid on the second Wednesday of every month. And so, you know, it's champagne payday on Wednesday. So we go down, we get our cash, and we also do our monthly trip to a place called Hypermart, which is kind of like Walmart, if you will. It's where you buy your soap, your toilet paper, you can buy food and clothes and all that kind of stuff there. So we go there and we primarily buy household products like toothpaste, the toilet paper, glass cleaner, you know the drill. And that's the one place that we also buy canned tuna, and we also buy chicken, or May buys chicken there, because we've been to 5 or 6 different places, and after careful May analysis, Hypermart has the best deal on chicken, so that's where we buy it. And for all other products, food products I should say, fish, fruits, vegetables, eggs, we go to different locations. And so that's what May and I did. And we also go to a place called Bellcrest, because I've started my diet. And we bought bacon, and we bought steaks, and we got protein kind of stuff. And we kind of stocked up a little bit just because we like to do that at the beginning of each pay period. And that way we can stay home and eat. It usually lasts for about 2 or 3 weeks. Well, nothing unusual there, but the next day, on Thursday, it was announced that the first case of coronavirus had come to Dumaguete. And what do you know? Hypermart got cleaned out on Thursday. May and I just had dumb luck. We went in, there were no crowds, there was plenty of stuff to buy. We went over to Bellcrest, we bought, you know, the steak, the bacon, the meat products. We didn't get the eggs yet, but those are always in plentiful supply. And that's that. So the full on nonsense and panic has kind of started to set in over here, and I don't really know what to make of it. My friend Gio just was able to sneak back into the country today. They've closed down Manila Airport, and he was in Kuala Lumpur on a job interview. And once he got there, they made the announcement and they shut down the airport. But I was under the impression the airport was shut down now, but it's actually officially shut down tomorrow. So being the smart guy that he is, Gio just cut everything short. He was supposed to go on Monday for another interview on a job. He said to hell with it. He got on his plane. He went to Manila. He got back into Dumaguete. He called me. He was going to come up here with us, but his girlfriend wouldn't come up here because she was wearing high heels. I don't know why that strikes me as so funny. But anyway, that's just the way it goes. So it's going to be an interesting dynamic. This thing is affecting businesses all over the world. I don't want to make light of it because people are dying, people are getting sick, and that's never good. The economy is tanking all over the universe here, and so I don't know what to make of that. My initial thoughts when I heard about this virus was 30 days. I said, you know what? Everybody's going to get their knickers in a twist, and it's going to get goofy for 30 days. And then everybody's going to realize that it's not that bad, and everything will go back to normal. Well, it turns out that things are that bad. It's, in my mind, it's reminiscent of the big recession that we had in '08. And I think it's going to be worse. I'm really interested in finding out what's going to happen after this 30 days, because it seems like that's the magic number right now. Airports are shutting down for 30 days. Towns are shutting down for 30 days. We keep getting notifications here, and I say we, us that live in Dumaguete, that certain things, functions are being canceled, just like they are all over the world. And I'm really curious as to how this plays out, because no one is allowed to leave or go. Now, for example, my friend Steve is here, and he was supposed to go back to the States. The young lady that he's with, his companion, was supposed to go back to her hometown, and that ain't happening. They're staying here. And so he's got to shift things around and make arrangements and find a place to live. She's going to miss her daughter's graduation. And I know in the scheme of things, these are all small, trivial stuff to someone getting sick and dying. But I can only imagine what's happening in the rest of the world and how it just sort of impacted me, because I'm kind of immune to it all. I don't mean I'm immune to the virus, but I'm kind of immune to the effects. We got lucky. We're all stocked up on food. We're good for a month. There's really never, ever going to be a problem that I can see with purchasing food products or being able to eat. And because there's just so many small businesses here that do that on a regular basis. In other words, we're not dependent upon Hypermart. We're not dependent upon Robinsons. We're not dependent upon malls. Like in America, you'd be pretty dependent upon Walmart or Costco or this or that. And if they run out of products, well, that's that. Here, if Hypermart and Robinsons or the what's called SM Mall, I think we've got something like that. If that runs out of stuff, well, there's always the guy up the road that sells eggs. There's always the guy that sells rice, and I don't see that becoming an issue here. So in a way, we're kind of blessed during all this, as far as not having to go into full blown survival mode. Baby Mae, hey Baby Mae. Baby Mae, you want to come over and say hi? She's going to come over and say hi. So I know it gets boring hearing me. Here, take your microphone and say hi. Come over on that side. Hang in there, tutors. Say hi to everybody.
Okay. Hi guys, I'm here in the Twin Lake.
Did you walk all the way down the hill?
Yeah.
Oh yeah? Did you walk all the way back up?
Yeah.
It's hard, huh?
Yeah. But I'm so happy because it's very nice view. You know, I like the mountain because I'm born in the mountain, guys. So I love it, the mountain.
Now I was talking about the coronavirus.
Yeah.
And so Hypermart was all sold out the other day, right?
Yeah.
Of the foodstuffs and everything.
Mm-mm.
But I
Yes.
told them how lucky we got because we went there before the big problem.
Yeah.
So I was telling the chicken a joke
Hi.
too, but we'll have to finish that joke later. So how you liking it here in Twin Lake? How you like it? Did you take a lot of selfies?
Yeah. More
Wow.
sexy.
Sexy?
Yeah.
Should we use a sexy picture of you in the
Like
thumbnail?
like a model, guys.
Whoa, she looks like
You
a
know?
model.
Before
Wow.
I dream for the model. So it now is come true.
Dreams come true.
Dream come true.
And how's your little cooking channel doing?
I'm so happy and continue.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Have people been nice to you?
Yeah.
That's good. What's the name of your channel?
Me cooking.
Mae Cooking?
Yeah.
And M-A-E, that's all capital letters, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then cooking, that's all lowercase. Yeah, it made it kind of hard to find. That's good. So what did we do today? We took the gay little scooter and we drove all the way up here to Twin Lakes.
Yeah.
And you took a bunch of selfies.
Yeah.
And Steve's here.
Yes.
Right?
With the girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're kind of stuck now because they can't fly out. She was supposed to go see her daughter's graduation.
Yeah.
But they're stuck here in Dumaguete because everything's being closed down.
Yeah.
And in fact, what Steve was telling me was that he had booked 2 different flights.
Oh my God.
In the last 24 hours, and both of them got canceled, and he just lost the money. I mean, they say, well, if you can get a hold of them, maybe you can get a refund. Can you imagine how many phone calls there are going into Cebu Pacific or Philippine Airlines or whoever he booked on? It's just goofy. So I don't know how this is all going to shake out, guys. The economy, I'm stressed for the world, to be honest with you, because I know, having gone through the recession, how bad it can be. But this time, I think the dynamic is going to be totally different because this was not something like the financial finagling that they did with the banks and lending money and people having subpar credit and buying homes. This is a pandemic that's hit. And so I'm curious as to see how the governments handle it. It was suggested last night on the news, but I won't mention the station, and I won't mention the newscaster, but his idea was to give everybody $1,000. And they said, well, where does $1,000 come from? He said, well, they just print it. That's a good idea. Ship some over here. So anyway, we just want to hope that everybody that's out there that may be suffering or having issues with this pandemic thing, that you're all safe, that you're all healthy, that you're following all the guidelines. And I think the biggest thing to fear is fear itself. I think that's what's affecting everything. If you think about it, there's people getting sick and they're dying. And that's a tragic thing. That's terrible. But I think the biggest impact that this thing is having is the fear that comes along with it. I was telling Steve, I'm of the age that this thing is attacking. The average age of someone dying is 80 years old. I'm 65. So I'm one of the guys that it should be targeting. Someone her age might get the virus, but she would recover from it, okay? Me, I'd go to the happy hunting ground. And you know what? That's just the way things go. So I think the reaction is an overreaction. Yeah, you should be cautious. Yes, you should be quarantined if you're sick. But it's gotten to the point where the genie's out of the bottle. And everybody just needs to be cool, I think, and keep your hands clean and realize that this too shall pass. So, I'm as confused as the next guy. So let's lighten up the topic. We'll talk about your channel again, and then we'll say goodbye. So, your channel. What did you make today? What did you cook today?
Surprise, guys.
Surprise.
Yeah.
Really?
Surprise for the upload.
Oh. And did you make a video about coming up here? Did you video coming up here?
Yeah.
Yeah? Are you going to put that on your channel?
Mm-mm.
So it's Mae's Cooking, Fashion, Travel channel.
Yeah. For modeling with the full timeline. And then washing the scooter, guys.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
that's
guys,
right.
if you're looking for the
I think she's
wash,
starting a car wash business.
I'm looking, guys. Just call me for number the phone.
Yeah, 911 May. 1-800-CHICKEN. She'll come over and wash your car for you. All right, so that's all we're going to take for today.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I have absolutely no idea what we talked about, but I was here at Twin Lakes and I didn't have anything else to do because they were gone. So I thought I'd say hi to you guys. All right. I'll see you later.
Okay, bye-bye, guys.